luck often accompanies talent. However, in WWE, not everyone has been lucky enough to debut and have a title match, and even less to end up winning it in their first match. But anyway, there are superstars who have won gold in their debut. So for now, I'll stop talking, and today I'll introduce you to wrestlers who became champions in their first WWE match. Ted DiBiase Jr. intended to continue his father's legacy. However, we'll do a brief summary so you can understand this story. In 2008, Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly were the Raw World Tag Team Champions. After being a tag team for quite a while, it seemed that Cody Rhodes was getting bored with his tag team partner. That's why Hardcore Holly suffered an unexpected betrayal that cost him his tag team championship and made Cody Rhodes look for a new partner. At the 2008 Night of Champions event, Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly would face Ted DiBiase Jr. and a mystery partner. It turned out that Ted DiBiase's partner was Cody Rhodes, who shamelessly betrayed the violent Holly, siding with Ted DiBiase and together winning the championships. Interestingly, this would be Hardcore Holly's last appearance in WWE, as he would be released on January 16, 2009 after a long period of inactivity. However, the interesting thing was that at the same time, it was also the first appearance in a WWE ring for Ted DiBiase Jr., so he had a more than successful debut, becoming the Raw World Tag Team Champion alongside none other than Cody Rhodes. After this, Ted DiBiase Jr. began gaining momentum in WWE. He even became, along with Cody Rhodes, part of the memorable team The Legacy, together with Randy Orton. They later lost the tag team titles to John Cena and Batista. However, such was their importance in WWE that they would regain them just a week later, gaining even more momentum. In 2003, WWE had big plans for Gail Kim. Wow, this is really interesting, considering how Gail Kim's career in WWE would eventually end. However, on June 30th, 2003, there was a women's battle royal that aimed to find the new WWE champion. Trish Stratus, Victoria, Molly Holly, Jacqueline, Ivory, and Jazz were waiting for the last participant, who would be Gail Kim, until that moment unknown and in her first match inside the company's ring. In fact, the crowd didn't react at all to her entrance, since really nobody knew her. As the match went on, only Victoria and Gail Kim were left at the end. And the latter quickly put a head scissors on her and ended up eliminating her, thus making history in the company, as she would be, up to that point, the first woman to win the Women's Championship in her debut. Gail Kim, unfortunately after that, would lose the title a few weeks later to Molly Holly, and her career would start to decline significantly, little by little. Obviously, her luck would find her in total non-stop action years later. You probably forgot who Nicolas was, because honestly, his time in WWE was really terrible, very brief. I'll tell you so you understand the story too. Weeks before WrestleMania 34, Braun Strowman announced he wanted to win the tag team titles alone. It was Kurt Angle himself who advised him that if he wanted to win the tag team championships, he absolutely had to find a partner. Strowman, as time went by, couldn't find anyone. On the night of the event, Strowman said he refused to look for a partner in the locker room because he didn't like any of them. That's how he went into the crowd and found little Nicolas, a boy who apparently wasn't a wrestler at all. The match lasted just 4 minutes, with Strowman dominating and letting Nicolas get the pin. Nicolas was 10 years old, and in real life, he was the son of referee John Cone. Rumors said that WWE gave him this incredible moment in his life because Nicolas had a serious illness at that time. That's something that was never really known for sure. Well, what is known is that Nicolas broke 2 records that night. He became a champion in his first match and was the youngest champion in WWE history. Tell me you remember Eminem, this trio made up of John Morrison, or Johnny Nitro at that time, Melina and Joey Mercury. Now I know what you must be thinking. Why was Joey Mercury included in this list? The thing is, when Joey Mercury won the tag team titles, it was his first day in a WWE ring. However, it wasn't his tag team partner John Morrison's first day, since he had been with the company for a long time before. In April 2005, Eminem probably had to destroy one of the best tag teams of those years, and in WWE history. We're talking about Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. This victory by Joey Mercury and Morrison helped give both of them an incredible boost in their careers. Because after that, they truly became unstoppable as a tag team. And that's why Eminem is still remembered so fondly by the fans today. Then, obviously, they would lose the titles and their surprising and sad breakup as a team would come. Absolutely everyone remembers Paige, a wrestler who has probably already finished her days with WWE, and it's very unlikely that we'll see her in the ring again, because of an injury that prevents her from returning to wrestling. However, before that sad day for her, Paige managed to earn an important place within the company, having memorable rivalries and a few controversies from her real life. However, on her WWE debut on April 7, 2014, Paige appeared on Monday Night Raw. And she started to challenge the then DiBiase champion, A.G. Lee, when A.G. Lee accepted this challenge. Paige delivered an incredible match and became the new WWE Divas champion. And not only that, but she became the youngest champion in the company's history at just 21 years old. From that moment on, Paige always held an important and prominent place in WWE. All of this continued until, unfortunately, the previously mentioned injury occurred, something tragic and sad in Paige's life. However, we are left with the memory of her incredible victory on the day of her debut.